Yeah, what's going on?
What's good, everybody? My name is Jay. My co-host to my left is Taj, and this is episode 26 of the Divine Departure podcast. Shit, bro, we back.
Happy New Year, bro.
Happy New Year, and to all the people watching, Happy New Year as well. We've been on kind of a hiatus. A lot to explain for that. We have our own personal business that we've been starting and doing a whole bunch of other things. Get into a whole bunch of other markets. You know what I'm saying? Business things. You know what I
Business things.
mean? But we back. We here. A lot's happened in the anime world. A lot too much. I have to add. You know what I mean? Because it's we've been getting hit with bangers for
Yeah, I
certain
mean,
shows.
the biggest thing I'm still waiting for is Black Clover, but everything else has been cool too.
Come on,
Nothing.
bro. The
Black
bro, the bro.
out of all the cliffhangers, like Black Clover was the biggest. I feel like you can't just take my man, what's his name? I forgot his
Asta,
name. No, not Asta.
you know,
The teach the head of the
Yami.
Black Yami. Yeah, you can't just take Yami in the show like that's like
Nah, bro, that's a perfect ender. Bro, you
the Wizard
can,
King said
but
Yami might be the strongest.
but
Like that's what he
bro,
said.
but that's what I'm saying. It's him in the
And the garden tree dude. But
the tree, tree maid. You know what I mean? That's what I
tree
call it.
garden dude. But he's an elf now, so he don't even count like with the knights and all of that. So
Oh yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah,
'Cause he ended up
yeah.
being an elf, and then he's helping and but nah, Yami put in that whole last fight, like he fought a devil, beat the devil, and then the devil's like boss came, and was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna just take him. Now that y'all mad tired and worn out." And I was like, "Yo, what?" So I
Bro.
think it was the biggest the biggest like suspenseful like ending that I'm like I need to see what happens. Um,
Bro,
and
look,
and and I feel like Wizard King got one more fight in him, like I said. So.
look. The Wizard King ain't. You heard the beep? You heard the beep? 2023, we use the technology. You heard that? You heard that?
He's
anyways,
still the
anyways.
Wizard King. I don't care.
Yo, King. The Wizard King. That's it.
That's how you
That's
feel.
it. Nah,
That's how
that's
you
not how
feel.
I feel. I love Julius. I love Julius. But he's retired. So
Nah,
so so
how he retired at 15? How he retired? He got
He
his
got a
whole
great
career ahead of him.
pension. He got a great pension, great retirement plan, bro. I wish I could be 15, did everything I needed to do at 50, get back at 15,
All right,
reincarnate
look,
because of
look,
one
look, look.
time. But
To
anyways,
be fair, I highly doubt he could control time anymore. But he still uses light magic, and light magic is still the best magic. Well, dark, light, and dark. They're the best magics in the show. So we'll see.
well, maybe he might evolve and his book might get bigger. It may be a whole planet by the time he's 50 next time. So
I
we'll
had a
see.
I
We'll
had a
see.
tertiary stash of magic energy that I had been storing that I didn't tell nobody about. And if I combine that with the secondary, then it adds 50 years to my life.
But
And then
bro, at least, right? At least it made sense. At least it made sense. Cause that
they gave us an
machine,
explanation. They gave us an explanation. They
well, that
didn't just
machine,
do it.
yeah, that
Um,
machine was made by the first Wizard King. We saw it.
yeah,
It made
yeah.
sense. It made sense. But other than that, we gotta wait. We gotta wait this year for that movie. That movie's gonna be fire. Getting on to the main subject, I want to go straight to My Hero.
Okay.
Yeah, put that card up on the bottom for our fans to see which anime we
Oh yeah, I'm
talking about.
tracking with the cards. Episode 26.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Swipe My Hero. My
you
Hero
know,
Academia. Put that joint up. Put that
you
joint up
know,
right
I'm
now.
happy for 20. You know,
Yeah, My Hero.
yeah.
Now I got some things to talk about.
All
Right.
right.
Yo, I first off and first off and foremost, I
Word.
wanna give my prayers and condolences to all the heroes that got wiped off the map.
Nah.
Nah, bro. Because bro,
Well, keep going, keep going.
but let's be honest. Let's be honest, bro. We got smoked. Like it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. Now these are the people that I was watching the anime, and I just wanted to just say rest in peace or I hope for the best. First one is that dude Master Driller, because I don't know if you've seen that joint, but he got reverse capped.
Yeah,
Bro, my man took the drill, put it through the Nobu's body. The Nobu went clap. I was like,
I was mad because the Starfire looking chick, she just stood there while it happened. I was like, yo, help him. Like,
bro, there's no helping. He got capped.
Bro, she got fire powers. Throw a fireball or something. Like,
but bro, you gotta remember it's a anyways. We got Mr. Compress, although he's a bad guy, bro. He an animal, bro. My man was legit chewing away at his body to get off of Best Genius's like quirk. Chunk. I was like, yo, this nigga's, I mean, my fault. Is a fucking maniac. He's a maniac. I'm like, yo.
How you deep after you say?
Oh, my fault. This thing. It's a fucking man. My fault. I'm still trying to get used to the tech. My fault.
Honestly,
he's a freaking maniac. He was like, nah, I need to die on this mission. Like he's like, I need to die. To either way, we killing everybody, but I need to die to show my worth. I was like, you know what? Rest in peace to that man. But yeah, what was you gonna say, bro? My fault.
Well, I think the name of that episode was like greatest performance ever, or at least he said that in the episode.
Yeah.
Like it'll be my girls. So I mean, he was already an old man. Like I don't know if you saw the flashback, but apparently he was like this Robin Hood type dude, like back in the day. Like they said when quirks first started happening or something, or when the society first started making heroes professional and stuff. So he's an old head anyway. So I guess he figured like, let me do something valiant, like in my old age type thing. So I mean,
yeah, now that was crazy. Bakugo, I don't know his fate. Hope for the best. Mirko, she was one of my favorite heroes of 2022. I ain't gonna lie.
She's still alive though.
Bro, her leg gone, her arm, bro, she cat.
Look.
Hope for the best. Hope for the best. Hope for the best. Old man. I don't know his name.
Gran Torino?
Yeah, old man. I call him old boy. I pray for you, bro. I pray for you, my boy. My boy was in 2 or 3 wars. He a legend. 3 wars. Got cat.
Yeah.
Pray for you, my boy. Hawks. The Itachi.
The Itachi.
My boy. Yeah. I know you had to slice my nigga twice neck off. We appreciate you for your efforts. Arigato gozaimasu. Hope you do better. Miss Lady. Mount Lady.
Yeah, no, Midnight. Was it Midnight? Something?
Oh yeah. Miss Midnight. Yeah. Miss. I call her Miss Lady because I didn't remember her name. Miss Midnight. Yo,
no, she got. There's Mountain Lady, and then there's Miss Midnight.
She got cat. I was sad, bro. She got cat, and it's crazy because your students see you dead after you just been you just did a valiant feat and then got bodied by some villains on the side, laying down on the ground. Yo, Miss Midnight, I ain't gonna lie.
She was the baddie too.
She was the sexiest female character in the show. Sexiest freaking character in the show. I was so mad. I was like, damn. On my fault. I was like, damn. Arigato gozaimasu. Then my man Eraserhead, he done. Out of commission.
Yeah.
I pray for you, my boy.
I'm trying to figure out how sharp his blade is that he could cut his leg off in one swing.
Nah, bro. He just did that with the adrenaline, bro. He was like, nah, I need to get out of here. Strike. But I hope for the best, my boy. And yeah, that's really the end of my RIPs. Hope for the best. I mean, let's be honest. The other heroes that popped in, the dude who got off by Tomura as soon as my man came alive, you a trooper, my boy. Like it
I
happens.
I like the fact that people died. In good animes, I'll say I'll say great. In all great animes, good guys die. It's not a great anime unless there's some good guys dying. So I'm glad that some good guys died.
But it's a greater. It's almost I'm wording this terrible. It can be one of the greatest animes if we're killing villains back type shit. So because Twice got
But
off.
they're heroes. They can't really.
Yeah, but we've never seen that dynamic. You feel me? And
Yeah, but
bro,
they gotta do the Batman. They gotta arrest you, knock you out. They just can't kill you.
nah, bro, nah,
Because as soon
bro,
as you're killing villains, you're not a hero. You're a vigilante. You're staying.
bro. Akainu, is that his name? Akainu
Right?
off the Ace. He was a
Yeah,
hero
but
technically.
that's not heroes and villains. That's corrupt government and pirates. That's a whole different.
Nah, but
That's a whole
Pirate's supposed
different
to be
thing.
bad. You feel me? Bad and good. Anyways,
That's a whole different
we
thing.
but it's technically the same thing. It's you have a good force, technically a bad force. Even if the good force is corrupted, it's still like
Yeah, but
anyways,
when you
anyways.
call yourself hero and you work with the police, that means you got to work under the laws of the police. So
Yes, but
I see what you
regard
said, bro. If there was a bunch of stains running around, this would be a fire ass anime. But
nah. I like where we're going. Like to be honest, what else I got on the list? Honestly, like there was a lot that happened in the last like the last war, if you will. I would because we haven't even filmed in a long time, so I'm starting off at the end of the shit. That's the start of the new shit.
well,
So
remember we always current on these videos, so
yeah,
just stay
yeah.
up to date. And
But it's a good thing to talk about. There's a lot of happened. Tomata, like what you think about? I got an extra question. What you think about Tomata being controlled by All for One? What you
that's
think
what he
about that?
signed up for.
Yeah,
That's what he signed up for.
yeah,
I
but
don't,
no. Like, yeah, but like I think Tomata in my brain,
bro,
right?
bro.
I think Tomata, like he wanted to kind of cheat All for One. I don't think he really wanted to be controlled by this guy. You know what I'm saying? I think he wanted to do destruction on his own for his own personal reasons. You know what I'm saying? Now it happened so that
This
it
whole
happened.
this whole thing that the show is doing of making us kind of feel bad for Tomura, I
I
don't
don't
feel
feel
bad
bad.
for
I
him.
don't, bro. I don't feel.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't.
saying. I'm
I
saying. I'm
hope I
saying.
hope he's in agony and fighting mentally with hella one all for one demons.
Well,
I
bro, he
hope.
not even fighting, bro. Bro, his soul taken, bro. All
Yeah,
for one.
that's what
All
I'm
for
saying.
one got
I
his
don't.
soul.
He asked for this, so there was. I think there's even a clip where he's like, "Yeah, I'm willing to do anything." Like, okay, so this is what you asked for. I don't feel bad for him in the slightest. I think I think the real well, my question from the jump is why is All for One still alive? Why haven't they cremated? I guess he's not the easiest to kill because he has 6,000 quirks, but why didn't they like why are they not making attempts to kill him? Why is he just sitting locked up? It doesn't make
Why?
sense.
Why? I think the problem is that I think like they prefaced this earlier on in the show that if you get too close to him, he can take control of you, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like I guess that's the same thing that like he did technically to Tomura. Like he kind of inserted himself into Tomoda's, I guess,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
subconscious
yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever, and
No,
he's
no,
controlling him from afar. So that's kind of the problem. If you have like cops that are like trying to like you like I don't even know how to
no,
explain
no,
it.
no, no, no. I don't want to hear it because right now he's in a straight jacket. How he put the jacket on? How they
Yeah,
get?
he was unconscious at that
How did
point. Like
how
he
did they
was
get him into the room?
because they probably quickly did it. I mean,
Okay, so quickly cut his head off. Like what? Like that's like
I
why
don't think
is he?
I
Why
don't
is
think
he
it's
not in
that easy.
pieces? It doesn't make
Well,
sense.
bro, this is the problem. They should have offed him when he and All Might fought the
That's what
final
that's
time.
what I'm saying. But
They,
instead,
but
he's
they,
chilling.
but bro, this is the to
They
me
probably
this is
feeding him 2 meals a day.
yeah. But it's the problem I have with the dynamic of the hero. I feel like the dynamic of the hero has to sometimes change. Like we can't arrest Hawks for killing twice because twice would have went and multiplied and started just offing the whole freaking country. I mean, he can. I mean, technically, it's possible for him to be able to take over all of Japan just by himself, kind of thing,
Yeah,
and run
which,
havoc.
which made me think, why did Naruto never do that? Anyway,
This is the problem I have. Well, it's not a. I want to preface this with saying I actually like the fact that heroes are showing a darker side, and unfortunately, you have to do what you have to do to protect the greater good, regardless to if it's you losing your image, your hero image in the public or not. If you have villains offing people and blowing a whole city to smithereens, and you have one hero offing villains that are doing so, like the balance, there has to be a balance. And in the hero, in my opinion, the hero methodology is that whenever we have a hero that is only just throwing them in the jail cell, they're gonna come back stronger. Like Tomoda being controlled by one for all for one, it was an interesting time that they did it, and it was mad smart because the anime, it set up another scene where he's like, all right, yo, all no moves. Yo, go do a strike on that penitentiary
mhm.
jail
well,
cell
well,
and get my body back.
actually, about that part, because I was curious about that part too. I don't know
Yeah.
if he's talking about like that body.
Yeah, he is.
No, but I
He
don't. That's what I'm saying is I. That's what I thought at first, but then I thought maybe he's been prepping like another body, and that's the body that he's talking about. Because his body is even like beat up, isn't it? Like his body. I mean, I know he could regenerate, but why would I thought it was an Orochimaru type deal where he just wanted a younger like vessel.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? So why would he go back to the old body? I mean that makes sense that it would be that one, but I was like, is there like a third? Is there like another body that was being prepped? Because remember
yeah.
when he left Deku, when Deku tried to catch up to him, he said, "We'll meet again when this body's finished." So is he like gonna combine the bodies, or is he gonna like Tomoda's body is gonna be in the mix somehow, but is it like gonna be a combination thing, or is it like
I
it's kind of up in the
mean,
air what his plan is
that's
with that.
that's
But
actually a great question. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
like
Because
when
because
he said
I
that, I was like, wait, what? He still wants that
yeah
body? What does he want it for? I thought it was either gonna be a
yeah.
full transfer into Tomoda.
But I think, bro, maybe, right? Maybe there's something that we don't necessarily know. Maybe like they need to grab his body because maybe the idea was that okay, like Tomodo's supposed to be his body's supposed to be taken by All for One, but
Mhm.
maybe you need the two physical bodies there in the scenario to make it work. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe
Yeah.
that doctor has some machine they both got to sit in, plug some head shit on their head, and then you know do the woo, and then arigato. You feel
Yeah,
me?
yeah. I don't
You
know.
know, but yeah, that's a great. I feel like
Say that again?
I feel like if your joint is right, bro, like we gonna be coming right back to it. I'll be like, damn.
All right,
Like
so
that
let
was
me
spot
let me
on.
say some of my thoughts on it. So because we're gonna spend a good amount of time on these. Oh, essentially, I feel like all they really did was trim the fat.
Right?
The only relevant hero that died, like completely died, was Miss Midnight, and that's only because we've established a relationship with her since the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
That's not even because she's strong. It's just because we have a connection with her. Everybody else, they showed there was a diagram. They showed everybody that died. I couldn't even recognize the faces. I was like, so trim the fat, um, which is cool. Remember, we still have the ace in the hole, bro. Lemillion coming back proves that what's her name powers work, which means anybody could be rewinded back to health. So
Well,
I'm not
my
even
but my question there, right? Because I want to
not
interject in
even
that
worried.
moment, right? Now,
Hmm.
Lemillion was going towards Tomura, and he was trying to go and essentially like apprehend them on
Hmm.
the Makia, and he got touched, right? He got touched by I guess All for One, whatever,
It
and
wasn't even a touch though. It was like a
oh,
It was like a he didn't touch him. It was like a force like air thing. Like it wasn't
but who did he touch? Because he did like something came out of his hand, went over. You know what I'm talking about? I can't remember who. I thought it was Lemillion. I mean,
not a million dove at him, and then he was like, I can't fight somebody whose moves I can't predict. And he kind of did like a one of these and hella forcefulness came out his hand and it
But
like
some person like he had like a little hole and like some red like
yeah, I
thing.
know what you're talking about. Yeah,
I
that's one
don't
of his
remember
like
who
red.
though.
Oh well, Lemillion, he stabbed him in the back. So the force thing hit, and then the red things came around and like stabbed him in the back.
But that's my problem, right?
But
Because homie,
Lemillion has to see what's coming. It's not like Obito. Like Obito's intangibility was like passive, so it was like always on. Even if he didn't see the attack coming, it was always on. But Lemillion has to actually see it coming, activate the power, and then it goes through him. So
so
all for one, just he had the red things go around and then like stab him in the back.
but my question is in that moment, did my man lose his quirk?
No,
Because remember,
no, he didn't lose his quirk.
well, we don't even know that because All for One like isn't his ability to steal quirks. So like in my brain, when he like that red shit symbolized like I'm taking your shit. You know what I
No,
mean?
because if that was the case, that means mad people. That means Bakugo would have lost his quirk. That means yeah,
Oh,
like he was using that move on a lot of people. Like, nah, that's a. I think the whole quirk taking he has to with his hands like physically like touch you.
uh,
Um,
okay. Well,
because
that makes
Bakugo got
sense.
hit with the same move.
Because
But no, what I'm saying is, I appreciate them trimming the fat because the heroes that actually died, we didn't care about except for Miss Midnight, and I hope Mountain Lady's okay. They keep showing her body; she's still laying there. It's been like 10 episodes, so I hope she's all right. But I don't really care. Then we got everybody else that they can be. Now, here's the question: can you reverse somebody who lost a limb? Like that's like I don't know how that works. Like if you lost a limb, reversing time,
I think she
the limb is
could.
gone. So you can't reverse time on something that's not there. How do you
Well,
like I don't unless you reverse them
that's
back to like a libido.
that's crazy.
Like
Because
like
I'm thinking
like how do
of
you like you know what I'm saying? So I think
well,
I
well,
think she can well what I'm saying is I think she can reverse people to good health, but I don't think she could bring limbs back because that wouldn't make sense.
it does if the essence of her power is like because remember like the way they had described her shit is that when she touches you you immediately regress back to what you previously was so like I don't know. I can't remember if she did something and somebody turned into a baby or some shit or whatever. I can't remember, but it was like she when
Yeah,
she
she like her mom or dad or something. She like reversed them out of existence.
Yeah, so I think that's the same concept. I think
Turn him
that
into a sperm cell.
I think that if she goes through the process and she knows how to do it well, I think she could revert limbs back and all that shit. But
That
I
wouldn't make
think
sense though. I would be mad if that's the case because that doesn't make sense. Her power is time. So like
yeah, but if you're
if she
reversing time, she could reverse you back to how you was when you were before you was fighting whatever. You know what I mean? So that makes sense.
yeah,
It's
but she has
just
to be touching the part that was fighting. Like if I throw a right punch and my arm get cut off and she touches my left arm and the rest of my body, how does that affect? Like we're not starfish, jellyfish. We can't just like bring limbs back over time. So I don't know. I feel like if she started bringing limbs back, that wouldn't make sense. So I hope they
yeah,
don't do that.
but let's be honest. Deku lost his. He was fighting at 100% and losing arms and getting them reverted back. Like he was breaking his arms,
No,
getting them
but they
reverted
were
back.
still intact. I'm talking about lost limbs. Deku never lost a limb, got reversed, and the limb came back. That never
Yeah,
happened.
yeah, yeah. I
That,
mean,
yeah, that's so. So
yeah.
if that does happen, like I said, I'm trying to see the rabbit girl. I'm trying to see her with some type of brolic ass bio arm. That would be fire.
Bro, I want her to
Um,
retire. Mirko fought too hard. Let her
nah, I
retire.
want a bio. She need to have a bio arm.
Nah,
So that
but
was one thing. All right, next thing. I'm trying to make this quick. Is this whole like Endeavor and his son thing. I I'm glad that it finally came to light. I'm disappointed that Dabby doesn't naturally have black hair and that his hair is white, but I guess they gave him the white hair so that he fit with the rest of the family. Um, why is Todoroki fighting him with fire? I know
bro,
everybody's watching the show thinking the same thing. Yo, Todoroki, use your ice. He not doing it. I don't understand. And I thought if he puts ice on uh Endeavor that would cool him off and like Endeavor could use his powers again, but Endeavor is knocked out.
what is the thing? I'm not even worried about Endeavor. The question that you had about Todoroki using his half hot, half
Why
cold.
is he only using fire?
The
He don't even
problem
like his fire.
but the problem is in the situation is that I don't think he has enough firepower to cool or to like essentially freeze Dobby because Dobby can't control how hot he is. That's his problem. Like he's burnt himself just in the process and he's just lived with it.
No, but you
Like
could use it as a defense mechanism.
but it don't matter if you're not strong enough because the thing is they're fighting like I mean I don't know what Todoroki's like aims are. I get he's like that's my brother, like I get all of that, but at the end of the day like I don't think he was fighting in the essence of I'm trying to take you down as a hero. I think he was fighting on the sense like yo let's try to work this out or like family like
Regardless of why he's fighting, and it doesn't make sense that he wouldn't use his ice.
well, bro, I
If
just said it. Bro. My
no,
man.
but
I
you're
don't
talking
think.
about attacking Dobby with the ice.
Yes, but you're talking about using the ice. If
Yeah,
his
but I'm
ice
not saying
isn't,
I'm saying you don't gotta attack Dobby with the ice, but you could put an ice shield up. You could put an ice wall up. You could coat your arm in ice, and then when he shoots your arm, it hits the ice. Like he's not using the ice at all.
I get that, but I think that could be a few factors. I don't know. Like that's up to the writers,
Remember
the
when he used to
people.
skate on the ice to like
I
move? He's not even doing
I
it. He's not
I
doing
know,
no ice.
but maybe the tactic in the moment is like I'm not gonna use ice because I know I can't freeze him, kind of thing. I can't like his
But you
he
don't. But
uses
that's what I'm
he
saying. You don't
uses
gotta freeze him.
but it's the thing. Like the way we've seen Todoroki fight is he's using the ice to apparate. Like he'll like use like the flames to kind of be offensive, and then he's using the ice. Like from what we've seen, like from the training, like him, Endeavor, Bakugo, and Midoriya, he's using the ice to apprehend you, to like freeze you. I maybe he needs to, as I said, maybe he needs to go in the gym, get more, freaking powers. Like try to build up
We've
his
seen him
ice.
build hella ice walls, no ice walls. That was like the first
Yes,
thing we seen him do was make ice
yes.
walls. He hasn't made any ice walls. We seen
Okay.
him do like the ice skates type of thing to like move around on like ice. He hasn't done that.
Yeah, but he can't.
Those
But this is the thing. He can't use. This is what I understand. Now we could argue. We could argue for it, and it's cool. But I'm saying like, if he's using ice and Dobby's hotter than his cold, then it doesn't make sense to be mobile with ice. He's just gonna
but they
burn it and
haven't
turn it to
confirmed Dobby's
water.
hotter than his cold, and we don't know until he actually tries it.
Yeah, but we
We
know,
don't know that.
bro. Yeah, but for bro, it's writing. It's the animation. It's the
I'm
writing.
saying though, like
Yeah.
Todoroki should like it would be one thing if he tried it, it didn't work, and now he's like, oh, I can't use ice. But he
Yes.
hasn't even did it. Like it would be one thing if he did an ice thing and it melted, and he's like, oh snap, I can't use ice. That hasn't happened.
I,
So
ju-
I'm waiting for
I
him to try it so that we can see who's cold and who's hot and who's like. I'm waiting for him to do that so that we can know he hasn't done it. Doesn't
yeah,
make
no,
sense.
I get that. I'm just
And
saying.
it doesn't make sense doubly because he was reluctant to use fire to begin with.
Yes,
And
but
now
not.
all he's using is fire. It's a
But
complete like 180
yeah,
from
I
like
I
who he
I.
is as a character. It
I,
doesn't make
I
sense.
get I get what you're saying, but Todoroki's changed as a character. Like he's had some development. Like he when we first met him, he was just a kid that
No, no,
hated
no,
his
no, no, no,
dad.
no. But he's never had any fight in the whole show where he just used fire. That's never happened.
But bro, when he first started the show, he was only using ice.
Yeah, so
So,
why is he
so
stopped? That's my whole point.
but I'm just saying, and I'm just saying from what I understand, how I'm interpreting the show. They before they started fighting, they explained Dobby is too hot. He's probably the hottest. Like, how do I explain it? His quirk is probably like the most unstable quirk, one of the most unstable hot flame quirks that you could have. It's just too hot. Like he's
Bro,
burnt himself, he's hurt
bro, so
himself.
don't shoot ice at Dobby, but put up do to move backwards with the ice skates like you used to do a million times. I'm
But
not saying
bro,
shoot you're
and my
thinking like I'm saying
man,
like shoot some ice at
no,
Dobby.
I'm not saying that
I'm
at all.
not saying that. I'm saying he
I
could
understand what
build
you're
a
saying.
wall, he can move, he gets to
Yes,
use it to like propel him. Like there's other things he could do with the ice besides shoot an ice blast at Dobby, and he's not
right.
doing any of those things, and it goes against his entire character.
It doesn't. It's just I think my opinion. Nah, to the writer of My Hero, step in, say it was good, explain it in the show. But my opinion is that I feel as though there's two things. Todoroki was fighting Dabi like Todoroki from the beginning of the show when we met him. He just didn't like the hot. He didn't like the heat. He didn't like to use his flame power, so he just used cold. He was a very cold character when we met him. Now, I think the symbolism of him using a lot of the flame power is because he's warmed up as a character. Like he's changed. But I don't think that's the only reason why he's just using hot. I just think that in my opinion, from what it was explained in the show, they probably wanted to portray that at the moment Dobby is just too hot to be like if Todoroki was just skating, Dobby's mad fast. On top of him having hella flame mobility, and he's just everywhere, bro. He's just too hot. Like he's just extremely like his flame beats Todoroki's flame itself.
You don't know that. Oh well, the
But they
flame.
said
Yeah, yeah,
but bro,
yeah, yeah.
they
The
said
flame.
that they said
No,
that in
no,
the
no.
show.
The flame. Yeah. Well, but we knew that because one blue and one's red, so like that's
But
obvious.
yeah, but I'm saying
I'm
like
talking about the ice power. We don't
but I'm
know.
saying if my man I think they showed it in the sense and bro we'll see we'll figure it out at some point. They'll explain it at some point.
Well,
But I just feel
Todoroki
that
gets so cold where he can't move. Like you know how cold. Like Todoroki gets hella
yes
cold.
yes, but I don't think his cold was enough to beat
But that's what I'm
to
saying. That's fair. That's a fair
Yeah,
thought. But why don't they actually show so that we don't gotta think?
then that's
Just
bad
do it.
writing. That's
Just
on
do it so that
them.
there's no I don't think because what you're saying is logical, but we shouldn't have to guess. They fought for like 3 episodes. He couldn't do one ice move in 3 episodes.
Well, bro,
That's his bread and butter.
I just feel as though he's a warm he's been warmed up. He's a
Bad
war.
writing. Let's not make
It's
excuses
it's
for
not bad.
bad
It's
writing.
not bad writing. They explained it like
Let's not make excuses
bro.
for bad writing.
It's not bad writing because I wouldn't say that's
Bullets.
bad. I say One Piece is bad writing,
No,
but
no, I'm not talking about overall as a show. My Hero's great overall. I'm just talking about this specific thing is bad writing. There's no way your bread and butter is ice and then you not use an ice move in a defensive sense. And I think the only thing he did was put some ice over Endeavor so he could cool off. That's the only thing he did with his ice.
yeah, because I think that power, like he used it offensively, but I don't know. I just think that like it in my brain, it just showed a clear sense with all the Dabi information and Todoroki fighting him that Todoroki wasn't in the right space to fight him. And I think that's one. And then two, I just think that he didn't feel like he would be able to beat him, so he just didn't want to use ice. That's just my opinion. I don't know, but we'll find out. But is there any other like talking points you had for like the show so
Those
far?
are the two main ones.
Okay.
I really do hope that Endeavor kind of overcomes this and because I feel like Endeavor slept on, and I don't think Endeavor has reached his own max potential.
Well,
Like he's really the if you think about it, Endeavor is really the biggest underdog in the show.
mm-hmm.
Like even though he's the number one hero, like in most situations that we've seen him in, critical situations, like he's trying to overcome a feat that like we don't really think he could do it. Like you know what I'm saying? I think the whole like stain situation really showed that like Endeavor's human because when Stain made that proclamation, Endeavor was shook. And so that showed me like even as a number one hero, Endeavor is still trying to put on bravado that like he might not necessarily like have all the time. And he's going into like when he fought that Nomu and lost his eye and all that stuff, like or that didn't lose his eye because his eye came back. But when he got the scar and all of that, like he's going into stuff like he's not All Might, so he's doing the best he can. And I just feel like in every situation he's the underdog. He can't beat Tomura. You know what I'm saying? Like he can't. And he barely knocked out the giant. If it wasn't for the sedatives, he wouldn't have knocked out the giant. So it's like I hope that we get to see Endeavor next level. You know what I'm saying? Like I think Endeavor has more, and I hope we just don't be like, well, Endeavor's useless. Like he couldn't help us in our time of need. Like I hope that's not what happens.
Yeah, and I mean, from the opener of this new part of season 6, it's very dark, but it's like at the end, like at the end of the tunnel, there's a slight bit of light to the end of the freaking tunnel, and that's what I love about My Hero is that like My Hero has been throwing it down, like like showing that heroes is getting off. Like, things got to get better. Things people us is like not only just Midoriya, but like everybody other than Midoriya that's a part of like class 1A and in class 1B and just all the heroes that are coming up, we got to be stronger than the current because it wasn't necessarily like like I didn't feel embarrassed for the heroes. I just felt as though like this is like a wake up call. And I think for Deku, like at the end of like the fight where he's talking all for one, like it seemed very dark. Like it seemed like he was it's same as the opener. Like he's going into a dark place, and I want to explore that, like because bro, as I said, like as a hero, like I get that you know. For normal villains, like the ones that are stealing, what I get, you know, we're not gonna off them, we're not gonna kill them, stuff like that. But when you have a villain group that's often a whole, not only heroes in the town, not only the heroes that are you know in a particular city, but you're offing people that are at home cooking dinner, people at home sleeping in their bed with their wives, like people at home, kids. We talking about kids playing video games, buildings collapsing on them, they're dying. Like we're seeing the aftermath of people like these first responders. Like we can't save everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it really showed that we're gonna have to have a different attitude. Like I get it. Like, you know, we gotta have some type of like order.
But wait. To be fair, this will be my last point. To be fair, Tomoda's busted.
No. I get it, but I'm saying like on a grander scale. I'm saying as heroes
did a great job.
No, I agree.
Until Tomoda woke
I agree,
up,
but let me finish the thought. I'm saying like in those clutch situations where things like you like a city's being blown apart. We gotta off these villains, bro. We can't do an awful one and have awful ones sitting awful ones like cause he laughing cause his young boy just put his hand down and city evaporated, bro. Tomoda did this shit.
Yep.
City evaporated. We need an off I'm talking like I'm not talking about the cat burglars. Cat burglars. We send y'all into the we reform y'all. We send y'all to the freaking jail. You know, reform y'all, get y'all back out, get y'all a job, whatever. But for the dudes like Tomoda, the dudes that are really like dangerous, we need to be offing them. We can't be putting them in a cell because bro, they go fucking create some other shit. But we gonna have some fucking. It's gonna be called a dragu, not a nomu, a dragu. You got some dragus that's gonna be powerful than the nobles, and then they gonna break into the prison and then let the homies out, and then the homies gonna be like, I've been chilling here for 5 years. My hatred is boom.
All right, we gotta move on.
Anyways.
We gotta move on.
Yeah, the time is flowing, so we're gonna make this quick.
So another show that's been crazy.
Yo, bro, play that scene, bro. Play that scene. We ain't gotta talk about it. Just play that scene.
Yeah. It's been a journey, definitely. I think let's see what's the best way I could do this. Well, it'll just be double. Whatever. Let's talk about this. Chainsaw Man stepping up. They're stepping up. You know, I still feel like they were overhyped on release, but they're starting to match.
Yeah, bro. Play the clip. And we just going
to the thing that we talked about.
What thing?
The checkbox thing.
Yeah, bro.
Damn it, Taj, you just went over this. All right. I'm gonna.
お前は何のために戦ってる？
こんばんは。
公安様はそんな大層な暮らししてんのか。
口うるせえのとわがままなのがいるけどな。そこそこ気に入ってるぜ。だからさっさとてめえ倒して、マキマさんに褒めてもらうんだよ。
お前は俺には勝てねえ。
あ？もう勝ったつもりでいんのか？俺はまだ死んでねえぞ！
雑魚が！
どこ行った？
Pause right here, bro. So right here in this scene, now for everybody been watched this, but this the last episode of Chainsaw Man. This is the finale, bro. In this moment, I was assuming that Denji was gonna lose this fight. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because bro, he didn't even see my man jump into the sky and come down on him. Now, bro, this the thing. You know, old boy, I forgot his name. My old sensei. Sensei was like, yo, bro, make sure you what he said. He said, make sure you understand your situation and your weapons in the situation, right? And I'm like, yo, Denji. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Get better. Play it. Continue playing.
Keep playing. All right. Now, we all know he doesn't feel anything, but was that compassion for an innocent life?
I think so. I think we could say that for sure.
Is that what that was?
I think it was because I think in his opinion, like I think from what he was seeing, if I'm him, I think that the way he was interpreting that situation was that old boy he was coming down in that stance and he know what old boy move, it's a wrap. And he was probably gonna take her head off. So he was like, yo, wait. Like you like wait, let her get off the trade.
That felt like compassion, which they still haven't established what his emotional well-being is. But they've been leaning more towards he doesn't feel emotion. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
My man hitting a dab.
死にしようぜそれ。
ほざけ。終わりだ。もう戦えないだろう。なあ、デンジ。じいちゃん殺したこと、死ぬ前に謝罪しろ。
Pause that joint. So, bro, in this moment, I'm like, yo, how cocky do you gotta be to say, apologize to my granddad for killing him? Now, the problem I had was that earlier on, Denji explained, bro, I had no choice to kill him. He turned into a zombie. My man did not want to listen. It's problematic when you don't want to listen. Play that joint.
まだ戦えるぜ。頭んチェーンソーが残ってるからね。
バカが。 じいちゃんに教わらなかったか。引き時ってやつをよ。じいちゃんに謝罪しろ。そうしたら楽に殺してやる。
ご丁寧に頭狙ってくれてよ。あんがとな、バーカじじいに教わらなかったか。獣が狩人の言葉信じるなってな。
All right, pause it, bro. We don't gotta share
Now,
no
look, my
more.
whole thing is like, first of all, why was it so graceful? You just got split in half. I wanted there to be like a and then
Nah, because he didn't realize it. They moved so fast. Like then, like and that was to me when he said that and that happened. I watched that shit live. I was not only excited, but I was astonished because bro, Denji fought him knowing that he thought that he was gonna win. Like he was confident, right? And Denji, he spent I don't know how long the time was in the show, but he spent a hell of a lot of time fighting against old boy sensei. Spent mad times like being hunted. So now he got the mentality that he's like, all right, you could take my arms off. You could take my leg. You could take my arms off. You could take my head chainsaw off. I can sprout chainsaws wherever, and you're not gonna see that shit. And that to me was like, yo, he became the sensei. He
it was a good move.
He became the sensei because bro, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect him to use his leg because my boy only went for the head. He's like, all right, I'm gonna use my sword, take your head off, or take the chainsaw off your head, render you useless. But
well, this is a
smart
lesson
tech
for all those out there. Never spam the same move 3 times.
Yep.
That's all it boils down to.
You're gonna get red. You're gonna get punished.
Don't spam the same move 3 times. The first time it was like, oh, caught him off guard. Second time it was like, oh, okay, I got a feel for it. Don't spam.
Third time it's a wrap because by the second time,
3 times in a row. So.
After the end of the second time, we already know how to take you. We already know how to dissect your moves. And bro, that's really the only thing that he could do. It's just showing.
Well, no, he could scrap regular. He just decided to spam that move.
Yeah.
So that was unfortunate. But the overall feel of the show, I'm liking the politics. I think the biggest thing is they need to dive into these politics because I like how Makima. I like how Makima is with every mission or with every incident, like reporting back at the end to whoever the higher ups are and like breaking down like, okay, this is why this happened, this is why we had to do this, and this is how that person died, and the project is going well. You know what I'm saying, with the devil hunters and stuff. So I like the political side of it. Like if they kind of dive into that, like that would be really cool. It's giving me like Tokyo Ghoul type vibes. You know, Tokyo Ghoul, it was a lot of action, but it was also politics. Like you know why one side is fighting the other side, and there's a political aspect of it. So I like how Makima is kind of in the middle of the politics of it. And it's not just like killing for killing's sake.
But I also think, right, that like if you're the top of the top, right, you know what I mean? You're the creme of the creme de la creme, right? And Makima is, you know, she's like the leader of this squad, this big squad now of all of these fiends and devil hunters and so on and so forth. You know, she has to be that person in the politics. So I feel as though when we start to get more information about her, then we're gonna start to get more political stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because from the way they're describing what's going on politically, it's all through her. It's all through her perception about what happened. Her what she's prescribed to these head up people. But another thing that I want to touch upon is the goal. We still trying to figure out, like, for Denji, like what his like goal is as a character, but like for the public safety people, yeah, they want to take down this gun devil, but why?
I don't think they're gonna change it at this point. It's so far into the show. I think Denji's ambitions are what they are.
No. I don't care about Denji. I'm talking about the public safety. You know what I'm saying? Because, bro,
I mean, he did blow a city.
Yeah, no. I get that, but I feel as though, but bro, if we go back a little bit, when Sensei was talking to her and they were having drinks, he's like, yo, I don't really care how many of my hunting dogs you get killed out there, fighting for what's right, as long as you're fighting for the greater good of mankind.
Yeah.
And she spouted some bullshit, and he was like, you're a lying bitch. And she smiled. And that, to me, stuck with me for a while, because I'm like, I get Makima's her job. She's doing everything on like we're doing this, but really, what's her goal? Like,
they hinted a couple of times that Makima has some type of like sense or vision of the future, and then they haven't explained it yet. But Makima can see. I don't know if she can see the future directly or see possibilities of the future. But she has some type of like, that's a part of her ability, is to like see ahead. So anything that Makima does, like we're gonna realize why she did it like later, type of thing. So ultimately, the way I see it is, there's some type of like, I'm not gonna say corruption, but there's some like reason to not be all in with public safety, because we have people resigning for public safety. Like we have like, remember this whole unit that she's in charge of is an experimental unit. Like Makima said, the higher ups want you to fail. So there's something within public safety that I feel like Makima doesn't fully trust. And so she's kind of dancing around that, but she has some type of ability or clairvoyance to see the future or something, and they haven't fully broken that down. But I'm here for the ride. I'm here for the ride.
But Sensei was like, as long as you're here for mankind, she spotted the public safety, Reporium, whatever the fuck the shit she said. Yeah, we're here to protect mankind, and he was like, it's bullshit. He's like, you're lying. So that to me, until we find out, like, I'm not saying she's a villain, but to me, she's very mysterious, because I want to know what her true intentions are. Like, yes, she's beautiful. Yes, her eyes are very polarizing. Like in an anime character, like her design is very her design is normal, but I'm saying her eyes, bro. Her eyes are different. Her eyes, like, I don't know, the way that like they portrayed the angles of her and showing her facial expression. It's the eyes more than the face. Like, the eyes are telling a story that I want to know, and like, that's kind of, hopefully we'll get that in the next season. Whenever Mappa chooses to bring it back.
Keeping her a mystery is keeping us engaged in the show. So I would hate for them to tell us everything at once.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, gradually as the story goes, like, we find out what's going on. Like, we find out more about her intentions. But You
No.
know, other than that, show's great. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the first season.
And
You know,
don't come out with a movie. It's too soon. There's a trend of like one season and then movie. Let's get
yeah.
another season in at least before we do like a Chainsaw Man movie. Like I think it's too early for that for them. Let's get at least one more good season in. Because I still don't think they matched the hype of before they came out. Like it's really good. It's really good. But the hype before it came out was like, yo, this is
Well, bro,
gonna be like
you gotta remember though,
mind blowing. Like it's
excuse
not
me,
near as captivating to me personally.
but bro, you gotta remember these
Whoa.
people.
Me personally, it's
Yes,
not. It's if we're going just off season one, just season one. Demon Slayer, My Hero, like those are better season ones.
yes,
Um,
I agree. I agree.
yeah, so it's like
But
the
what
hype
I'm
that it had was like,
but what I'm trying to get at, bro, is like the people that were saying the hype. These are the people that have like read a hundred, 200 plus chapters of the manga. Remember, Chainsaw Man is a manga that's been out for years. They just created the adaptation for the show. So like, yeah, like you know, it's we're seeing the starting pieces of the story, but like the dudes that are like up to date with the manga, they're the ones who was like, yeah, this shit is heat. But they're talking about this, they're like, yeah, this shit is gonna be heat off of the manga. You feel me?
I disagree though. I don't think it was
It's
just
not
them.
disagree.
I don't think it was just them. I think regular people that just watch anime were also like, bro, Chainsaw Man is like on Hulu. Like and I'm like,
Yeah, but
is it
bro,
that good that
but
like it's
it
everywhere?
but
Like I
bro,
don't think it's
but it's the thing. It always
bro.
starts before it came out, it was overhyped, yes, but it starts from the community of people that read the manga. These are the people that was like, yo, this shit is gonna be hype. And then all the other goats that are watching the animes, we're all like,
Bro,
yeah.
but the manga people said the same thing about My Hero and it delivered. And they said the same thing about Demon Slayer and it delivered. So
Yeah.
why hasn't Chainsaw Man delivered yet?
Delivered on what?
On matching the hype.
I mean, bro, I thought it was good. I mean,
Okay, but
I think
was it like
in my
did it give you the
opinion,
same vibes that season one of My Hero and season one of Demon Slayer gave you?
well, bro, season one of My Hero was like 20, 25 episodes. Bro, it's 12.
Okay,
So,
whose fault that we don't that's that they don't get an excuse for that?
look. I'm saying there's, bro. Of course,
Ah.
bro. Of course, it's gonna be hype when you got more story, when you got more
Okay,
things
well that's
going
their fault.
on.
They should have made the season longer.
Bro, right, but bro, I can't assess something if one is 12 and one is 25. Bro, it was a lot.
First of all, anime used to not even have seasons. So
Yeah, bro, that's
why are
they
we
fault. I'm just a goat that watched the shit. I'm just a goat, dude.
okay,
This is a
answer my
goat.
question.
Yes, I'm answering your question.
Has season one of Chainsaw Man given you the same emotional impact as season one of Demon Slayer or My Hero?
Yeah,
Okay.
in my opinion, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I just wish it was longer. 12 episodes is not enough for a first season for any show.
I feel like
Especially,
My Hero and Demon Slayer season ones were like, wow, perfect.
but
Chainsaw
bro,
Man,
they mwah, because the story, the first season is a lot. Like you get a lot. Like
no, but you're saying even with it being short, it's still like perfect. That's what you're saying.
yeah, but I'm saying like Demon Slayer, like when we were watching it, I mean, my only, you know, I return what I said, right? I would say that it's certain scenes, certain episodes in the show gave me the same hype. Not the whole experience.
Yeah, I'm talking about the whole season though.
The whole season,
The
no,
whole
but
season. Like, I feel like
I'm saying for the most part they did a great job, but it wasn't the whole season.
right.
Yeah,
my point.
but bro, my hero and Demon Slayer, they're a different level. Mwah. Like, you know what I'm saying?
To me, they were perfect first seasons. Like I have
Yeah,
no.
but they're what
I
we
didn't even
call.
like and I'm waiting for Black Clover, but I didn't even like season 1 of Black Clover as much as I did.
I mean, bro, you just didn't like Asta screaming. That was your problem.
I didn't like Oscar screaming and the first fight of Black Clover with the dude with the chains, like it was yeah. Like the first time he pulled the sword out the book, it was like because
Bro,
he one
it's
shotted him, so it was like got the sword bang, like it was.
bro. There's a reason for it, you know.
But no, I'm just saying like Chainsaw Man hasn't matched the hype yet. It's really good, in my opinion. It just hasn't matched the hype.
But bro, this is the this is what we're like. If I'm an anime enthusiast and I know Mappa has hundreds of projects. A lot of these different studios that are like for My Hero, Demon Slayer, they're all by different like separate anime studios. So, bro, the amount of mwah that you get is impeccable because you have one studio that their whole job is to focus on that show. You know what I mean? Mappa in a whole season. I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying
That's what it sounds like to me.
bro, I'm saying like I'm saying like when you have more money, more assets, it's gonna be fire.
Bro.
It's gonna be a great show.
Samurai Champloo.
Samurai Champloo, man. Oh,
the first couple episodes, like the first half of Darling in the Franxx, like there's a lot of like great low budget season ones.
Well, bro, we can't even put Darling.
That don't mean it could be average.
Well, we can't put Darling in the Franxx in there because Darling in the Franxx they don't have no other season. That's the whole show.
Okay,
that one season, the whole show.
Anime never had seasons up until streaming platforms got like this whole like. Anime has seasons now, but I'm saying like. If let's just say 12 episodes. If you want to say 12 episodes, the first 12 episodes of My Hero, Demon Slayer, Darling in the Franxx, Yu Yu Hakusho, the first 12 episodes have been better than the first 12 episodes of Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, granted.
That's what I'm saying. So like, even if you don't want to judge, I'm judging the whole season, but even if we judge just 12 episodes, I don't know what the manga heads were talking about. Are they talking about the end of the show?
Bro, yes, that's what I'm saying. They're talking about the progression, but besides that, let's get to
actually maybe not Yu Yu Hakusho. Yu Yu Hakusho took a while to build up, but
Yu Yu Hakusho was 5 from the jump, but
it took a while to build up.
Let's get to the last thing and then we wrap up. The last thing is Spy Family. So we kind of on time, bro. So we've never done this on a podcast that we're over like an hour, which is good, you know.
We've gone over, so I mean we got a lot to recap. I mean we're hitting, we're not even getting into like Blue Lock and like.
Oh yeah, we're not even getting into those. Yo, to all the people that are gonna be watching, let us know what shows y'all want us to review in 2023 because Blue Lock is fire. It's just a lot, man. It's a lot. Like
we didn't even get into Bleach. We didn't even get like this.
Yeah, it's a lot.
What's going on? We anyway. Blue Lock's fire so far. My quick review is really good.
No. Let's get to Spy Family. Let's get to Spy Family. Let's get on top.
I'm transitioning because Blue Lock, is about soccer, and there's been other animes that are soccer related.
Yeah.
Spy Family did that tennis scene, and I'm gonna need some Blue Lock scenes to be like that tennis scene in Spy Family. Bro, that was heat. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna need Blue Lock to do this.
It was good.
Same thing.
And I like how they ended it off like after that, like little after that. Like I think there was another episode, but I like how the show in itself has not necessarily exhausted Anya's abilities. It hasn't exhausted Bond's abilities. You know, we've kind of been very tame. Like we've been progressing through the story, progressing through like what the goals are. And I like that, you know. Hopefully in this because I know they're doing a season 2 this year or yeah, it's this year because I saw it on Twitter. They're doing a season
We're
2
not
and
in season 2. I thought when they got the dog, that was like
season three.
yeah.
Season
I could be
three.
wrong.
Season 3.
I could be
No.
wrong.
You're oh no. You're wrong. Wait, it was the same part. It was part 2.
Because when they got the dog, they changed the opening.
That was part 2. That was part 2 of season 1.
Oh.
Yeah, they're doing parts now, bro. It's crazy. Like I remember watching a whole season. Companies are evolving. They like, nah, we gonna make a part. And Attack on Titan, they to blame because they've been, bro. We should have finished that shit. Regardless, I'm not even gonna go into that shit. That's a fucking pitfall that I'm gonna fucking jump myself into. I'm fucking jump myself into. But anyway, bro. Season 2, they confirmed on Twitter season 2, and then a season 2 movie for this year. Now, that's gonna be interesting. I just love the fact that at least at the end of this season, we got a chance to kind of get Lloyd closer to that senator guy, like that character that we're trying to I guess assassinate or whatever the case may be. We got like just a smidge bit closer to him being kind of intertwined into the story. Because bro, for the most part, Anya's been spending a lot of time trying to get close with the son, and that was working. But like Lloyd kind of stepped in and she helped him, which was great. She kind of got him in that position to step in. So I'm really interested in what season 2 is gonna look like.
I'm trying to find. There was a post. I'm seeing if I can find it really quick. Of like everything coming out like this year. I gotta see if I can find it. But anyway,
it's crazy.
Yeah, they're progressing. Like that's the main thing. They're progressing, and the dynamic between Twilight and Yor, that like romance type dynamic, is keeping the casual fans entertained, and then the sweaty diehard like anime weebs, like we like the Twilight trying to get close and accomplish his mission. So it's a good balance. In my opinion, this is the best anime I've ever seen for like couples.
Yeah. Cause me and my girl, we watch it. I know you watched it with like
with my stuffed animals,
with your female friends and so on and so forth. You know, but it's a great
with my Funko Pops, but.
It's a great show for couples to watch. And for any of y'all watching and any of y'all who's cuffed, y'all should sit down and watch it. Like it's very wholesome.
Like
other
if you
than
got
like
that partner that's like kind of in anime but kind of not really, and they watch it with you just because, but they they're not really. This is the anime to like
to binge.
They're not too into anime. This is the one that like maybe start them off with, because this one. Like, this is probably the best anime I've seen where, like, whether you're a long-time anime watcher or brand new, like, you should be entertained. And they got an English version. So, if anything, I haven't.
And they keep it up to date, too, which a lot of
English
like.
is up to date? Oh.
Yeah, a lot of these studios don't be keeping all of they English, they German, they Russian, they Swahili.
Now, I haven't watched the English version myself, so I can't speak to the voice acting.
The English version is nice. I honestly, the English version was what me and Ellie we watched. We watched that first, and then because of the fact that like the Japanese version was always pumping out the episodes quicker than the English, we switched to the Japan version because we didn't want to wait.
But that natural transition might happen. Yeah. Like you might, like I said, if you got a partner that don't really watch anime like that, they might say, "Okay, let's just watch in Japanese because I want to know what happens."
Exactly.
So that's usually what happens. To like, I was watching I mean, I still can't watch DBZ in Japanese, but One Piece, Naruto, I started watching those in English, and then I needed to know what happened, so I switched to Japanese. But that was way back. So yeah, it's the best one for couples, the best one for amateur anime people or people that just don't watch it in general. And as long as they keep a nice pace that they're going, don't have too much filler, but at the same time, don't be too focused on Twilight. Definitely lean into that like relational dynamic between Twilight and Yor. And Yor is becoming like the star of the show. Like anything she does is like
Yeah.
fire.
But it's the thing. Like although she's an assassin and all of that, like yours pretty wholesome. You know what I'm saying?
What
Like
is does she have a goal anymore, or is she's just keeping her cover?
This is the thing.
Because she hasn't been on. Correct me if I'm wrong, but she hasn't been on like an assassin mission.
No, she has. She has. She just hasn't talked about it. Like they haven't necessarily shined a light on what she's been up to. But like,
that's what I'm saying.
I remember like her talking about like
they showed one. There was one that they actually showed. When she pulled the needle out her hair, and like there was one they actually showed. But since that one, I don't, because Twilight, I feel bad for Twilight because he's always tired. Like halfway through every episode, he's like, "Oh, I'm exhausted. Now I gotta take care of the family." But so in my head, I'm like, "How is yours still like?"
I think she still is. I think really.
Stuff?
I really think that the reason why she's so popular as a character is not only the fact that the dynamic's weird. It's like you would think an assassin is cold-hearted, but she's not the opposite of that. She's very kind, warm, loving. Like she gets jealous because she doesn't think she does a great job at like being a mom and cooking and doing like mom things. But it really shines a light on like what. Like her character really, it shines a light on what a good mom is. You know what I mean? Like moms aren't going to be perfect. Moms are not always going to get everything right, but they're going to be there for you and they're going to support you and they're going to love you. And I feel as though that's the reason why people love Yor is because she keeps trying. You know, she's not the greatest. Like she don't know how to cook. She can't cook for shit. And which in that time, and we're like, we're in a particular time frame now, which we're not going to get into the politicals, but like, traditional.
No, in Japanese culture, that's still like.
Yeah, it's still traditional, like traditional, like in the West and like in the US, like they don't take pride in that no more. But like in Japan, being a traditional woman and being able to cook and clean and work and support your man and support your kids, that's huge.
I was speaking about cooking, but yeah.
Yeah, well, she does. You gotta do all that stuff when you in Japan. I mean, don't cancel me. Don't cancel me. I'm just assuming.
I'm saying in Japanese culture.
In Japanese. I'm talking strictly Japanese. But I love her character, man. Like they really took this part to kind of bring her in as that mother role, and I love the back and forth. I love the banter with Nightfall, like trying to like get her.
Let me say one negative because it can't be all positive, right? So let me just throw a negative in the pot. She can't just be knocking out Twilight. Like that whole kick to the chin, I was like, that was a bit excessive. Like if that happened, like so when they were about to kiss and then she slapped him, that one made a little bit more sense, and it was just a slap. But to just axe kick the dude in the chin and not like, I was like, Twilight, like I don't know.
But bro,
it's starting like it's funny, but then like it's 2023. So at what point is it abusive? Like if Twilight was to knock her out with an axe kick, would everybody be like, "Oh, it's so cute"? Oh,
yeah, but I think about it in the sense like
when it get abusive, she's getting drunk and beating his ass. Like, where do we draw the line?
Well, she. she's
No,
you,
don't do it. There's a bias. Don't do the double standard. She no, because if
you're right.
Twilight
You're right.
was to do it to her, the fandom will be outraged. But because she a female, she can roundhouse kick him after drinking too much and it's whatever. Like no,
No, you're right. You're
I
right.
think it's
You're
getting
right.
to a point where like they gotta ease up on some of that because it's like,
Well, has she been beating his ass though? Like,
bro, she slapped him. And she there's probably other stuff I'm forgetting, but she definitely slapped him when they were sitting on the couch and the brother was like, well, if y'all really a
oh
couple, I want to see y'all kiss.
yeah,
Yeah, she
she
slapped fire out of him.
did.
And then oh no, did she slap the brother? Somebody got slapped.
No, she slapped the brother. She slapped the
Slapped the
brother.
brother. Yeah, but she was trying to slap him. She just missed. And then yeah, the last one she axe kicked him and knocked him out. He woke up on the
Well,
bench like,
the,
I
the
let my
funny
guard down.
the funny thing is that
Oh
he
no, there was the other time where she didn't actually knock him out, but she drunk too much and then like had a whole sparring session with him. You don't remember that? It was like before, was it during the birthday? It was like before Anya's like birthday party thing. She like drunk too much and then like started scrapping with him.
damn.
Yeah, so it's starting to get like a little abusive. Like
Yeah. I mean, I just think that she's never been in a relationship like that before.
Like
But
she's an
you're right.
assassin, but when it's
She
2023, we got to be careful. Like this, we can't have it where Twilight's getting his ass beat and it's like ha 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 because we're a bit more sensitive than that. So
yeah, the image
I
doesn't look
like
right.
Twilight as a character. I don't like him getting knocked out by some drunk chick that can't control her emotions. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. They might need
They gotta
to
ease up
tweak
on some
that.
of that.
Yeah, but in the same aspect too, like when she kicked him, he was like, "Yo, there's how does she have that much strength to knock me like silly?" And I think
Gone.
that may start him thinking like, "Yo, like is she really an employee at this wherever the fuck she worked
Maybe,
at?"
yeah. They might
He
go that direction. I think he's really focused on the mission now, but they might.
But yeah, I mean, I can't wait. Season 2, the movie, the trend. You can't have a season 1 without a movie. Whatever, it's cool. Whatever. But I'm excited. I thought the show was great. Me and my girl, we're gonna keep watching it. I'm gonna keep, we're gonna keep talking about it, and I
All
just
right,
want to
so
see that
now for
progression.
One Piece. So yeah, Luffy. No, I'm joking. Mad people was probably like, "Oh, I'm closing it." They talking about One Piece now.
But yeah, this the end of the Divine Departure podcast, episode 26. To all the people that are still subscribed to the YouTube, we appreciate y'all. We have taken a very long break, mostly on my part because I could have edited a whole bunch of videos and a lot of stuff was going on. But this is a new year. We're gonna get back to it. We're gonna stay on track. Try to pump out these videos for you guys. For everybody that is interested in our socials, Taj will put our socials down below. Obviously, if y'all wanna, for anybody who's watching us live, y'all could check us out at the youtube.com/at Divine Departure Podcast. Search us up. We got our Wilo links below, and we thank you guys for the people that we do have, because this was something that we created last year with the intention of wanting to create a movement, create people, create a community of people that love anime and want this type of review, this type of podcast where we're talking about all the latest and greatest. So we do appreciate everybody who subscribed and everybody who's still here with us.
Absolutely.
We're just gonna keep moving forward, keep going higher and higher. Taj, you got any words, bro? Speak to the people, my G.
Yeah. Ikitakimasu and konnichiwa and what they say before they eat.
Itakimasu.
Yeah, ikitaki. Yeah.
Ikitakimasu.
And konnichiwa. You feel me? And Nani and Shikashi and
And Tekashi.
And my favorite one, Yamero. Anytime an anime
Yamero!
character is going through disaster, Yamero, Yamero, Yamero. Yeah.
But all right. So this wraps up episode 26. Peace.
Peace.